Adina. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, la la la, ya la la la, la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la. La la la, ya la la la, la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, la la la, ya la la la, la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, la la la, la la la, ya la la la, la la. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Agudath Israel Etz Ahayem Synagogue here in Montgomery, Alabama. Shabbat Shalom. I hope everyone is excited for Shabbat to begin. I know I am. We are praying out of Sidor Lev Shalem, which is downloadable as a PDF file from our synagogue's website, so you can follow along with the pages. We will begin on page 5 with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We continue page, I will get there, page 11. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, nekad mafana betoda. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, bizmirot naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, nekad mafana betoda. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, bizmirot naria lo. Let us read responsively. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song. Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai who formed us. If only you would listen today to God's voice and not become hard-hearted like the people at Merivah, like the time at Massah, in the desert when your ancestors tried me and tested me, though they had seen what I had wrought. Arbaim shanakut bedor va'omam to'e levavhem vehem lo yadid rachai asher nishbati v'api im yavaon el menuchati. Psalm 96, page 13. Ashiru ladonai shir chadash, shiru ladonai kol haaretz, shiru ladonai baruch shemo, basru meyom leyom yeshuato, sapru vagoyim kevodo, bechol amim nifliotav, ki gadol Adonai, o mehulal miyod. No rahu, how ko Elohim, lai lai lai, kiko Elohe amim elilim, v'Adonai shamayim hasa, had ve'hadar lefanav, oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho, havu l'Adonai mishpachot amim, havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz, havu l'Adonai ke'evod shemo, seu mincha, uvahu l'chatzrod av lai lai lai, shtachavu l'Adonai, Behadrat Kodesh, Chilu mipanav kol haaretz, Imrum vagoyim, Adonai malach, Avtikum tevel balatimot yadinamim b'meisharim yismechu hashamayim v'tagil haaretz ayiram mayamu melo yalo sadai v'chol asher ba'ulai Taziranu kolat seyar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz lishpot tevel betzedek v'yamim be'emunato yalai lalai lai yalai lalai yalai lalai yalai lalai lalai Ya lai 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 lai, ya lai lai lai. Page 15, Psalm 97. Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad, the many distant lands rejoice. Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the Master of all the earth. Worshippers of idols, be shamed for praising false gods. All that is deemed supreme bow before God. You, Adonai, are above all that is earthly, exalted over all that is worshipped as divine. Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy name. Or zarula tzadik v'lishra simcha. Simchu tzadikim barunai, v'hodu lezecher kodesho. Page 17, Psalm 98. Mizmor shiru ladonai shir chadash, ki niflaot asa, hoshia lo yimino, uzaro akod shoadia. Adonai Yeshuato, Le'ena Goyim Gilad Sidkato, Zachar Chasta Ve'emunato, Leveit Yisrael, Ra'u Cholaf Se'aretz, Et Yeshuat Eloheinu, Horiu Ladonai Kol Haaretz, Pitzchum Ve'ranenu V'zameru, Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, Bechinor v'kol zimara, bechatzot rod v'kol shofar, horiu lifnei HaMelech Adonai, yiram hayam u'maloho, tevel v'yoshveva, neharot yimcha uchaf, yachad harim yiranenu, lifnei Adonai kivo, lishbot haaretz, yishbot tevel b'tzedek, V'yamim b'meisharim, yalai lalai lalai lalai, yalai lalai lalai, yalai lalai lalai lalai, yalai lalai lalai lai 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 lai, yalai lalai lalai lai, yalai lalai lalai lai lai. Lai, 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 lai. We continue page 19, Psalm 99. Adonai reigns, nations tremble. The one enthroned amidst the cherubim makes the world quake. A sovereign strength lies in the love of justice, and you forge the paths of truth, judging Jacob righteously and justly. Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called to you, and you answered them. You spoke to them from amidst the cloud. They kept your covenant and the law you gave them. You answered them, Adonai, our God, you were a forgiving God to them, even as you punished them for their transgressions. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu lahar kadisho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. We rise, if you are able, page 21, Psalm 29. Mizmor leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai kavod shemo. Ishtachavu l'Adonai behadret kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod, hirim Adonai hamayim, hamayim rabim, kol Adonai ba'koach, kol Adonai behadar, kol Adonai shover arazim, Aishabech Adonai et arzei halvanon, vayarkidem kemo egel levanon, v'siryon kemo venreimim, kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, kol Adonai yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, kol Adonai yecholeu ayalot, Vayachasab Ye'achod Uvechalo Kulo Omer Kavod Kulo Omer Kavod Adonai Lamabul Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Oz Leam Oyetem Adonai Yevarech Etamu Vashalom Etamo Etamo v'shalom. You may be seated. We continue, page 23. Lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nikabila. Lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nikabila. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Hishmianu elam yuchad, Adonai echad u'shamo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'liti lecha, dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabila, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mikora beracha merosh mikedem nesucha, So maseh b'machshvat chila lecha, dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nikabila, mikdash melech ir melucha, kumitzi mitocha hafecha ravlach shevet biyamek habacha v'hu yachamohu alayichem lalecha, dodi likrat Kala p'nei Shabbat nikabila, hitnari me'afar kumi, livshei vigdei tifartecha mi, ayad ben yishai, beit alachmi, korva el nafshi ge'ala lecha, dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabila, hitoreri, kiva ore kumi uri, shir daberi, kivod Adonai alayich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabila, lecha dodi likrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabila, lo tevoshi v'lo tikami, ma tishtochachi u'mate mibach, yachasu ani ayami, v'nivnata ir ahaltila, lecha dodi likrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabila, v'hayulam shisa, Shoasayich v'rachaku komiv alayich, yasis alayich Elohayich, kim chas chatanau kala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nekabela, yamin usmo, tifroti v'yet Adonai taritzi, hayadish ben parti v'nismecha v'nagila, lecha dodi likrat kala, B'nai Shabbat nekabela. We rise and turn to the last stanza of Lecha Dodi, page 25. As we face the west, we face the entrance to greet the Shabbat bride. Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzala tochem munei am segula bo'i chala lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabila. You may be seated. We continue page 27 with Psalm 92. A psalm, what happened? It's cold? Okay, hang on. Sorry about that. Oh, I should have said I had to change the heating. We have no maintenance guy in the building. I'm it. So if somebody says they're too cold, I have to do something about it. So we continue page 27. So if I disappear like that, I'm cleaning the bathrooms or something. I don't know. Page 27, Psalm 92. A psalm, the song of the day of Shabbat. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name, Most High, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever. Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered. As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear. In old age they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw. Tzadik tamar yifrach, ki erez balvanon yiske shitulim bevet Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. Od yenuvun beseva deshenim verananim yeyu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tzuri v'lo avlatabo. Page 29, Psalm 93. Adonai is sovereign, robed in splendor, girded in strength. The earth stands firm, not to be dislodged. From earliest time you were enthroned, you are eternal. In your house, beautiful in its holiness, your testimonies endure, Adonai, for all time. Mikolot mayim rabim adirim mishpereyam adir bamarom Adonai adir bamarom Adonai Edo techanemnu mihod leveit chanava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim. Shabbat shalom. So great to be here. Change cam. It's already set. Thank you. The law of inertia, first discovered by Isaac Newton, states that, you didn't know there was going to be math tonight, okay. An object in motion will stay in motion, and an object at rest will stay at rest until enough external force is exerted in order to change the current state. In other words, objects don't like change, and neither do people. In Genesis 8:16, at the end of the ark story of Noah's Ark, it states, "Come out of the ark." God calls out to Noah and his family, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives." The sages teach that even though God had commanded Noah to get into the ark, he only does so when he actually feels raindrops on his bare skin. He resisted going into the safety of the ark, even though he had been building it for 120 years and believed that God would send a flood and the ark would be the only safe haven. Even more startling is that after the rain had stopped and the waters had clearly receded, Noah needed God's encouragement to leave the ark. When Noah sent out a bird which never returned to the ark, it was proof positive that the earth was again habitable. Yet Noah stayed hunkered down in the ark. God had to tell Noah, "Come out of the ark." The very same Noah who resisted going into the ark was now hesitant to leave it. This small observation teaches us a huge lesson about human nature. Just like all creation, human beings resist change. We are subject to the law of inertia, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. Our present condition, no matter the circumstances, is always more comfortable simply because it is familiar. We fear the unknown, and no doubt Noah had his own fears as he was about to emerge into a brand new world. Similarly, he must have held onto a whole other set of fears when he boarded the ark, knowing that he was about to ride out a flood that would destroy the world as he knew it. Fear holds us back from change, but in reality, the most frightening thing is to never change at all. So, as I thought about this, I am thinking we've kind of ridden out a flood of our own. We called it the pandemic. At the beginning of the pandemic, nobody knew what to do. We know that the world had changed. We know that we had to change along with it. There was no vaccine at the beginning. In fact, there was no vaccine for 8 months at the beginning of the pandemic. A lot of people were getting sick. A lot of people were dying. up to, I don't remember how many people died in a day, but it was staggering. And we were faced with a new reality. We had no choice. The rain had come. We felt it on our skin. We had to change. We here at Agudath Israel had to change. Nobody was welcome in the synagogue anymore. Nobody wanted to come. Nobody wanted to be near each other. So we created something, tohu vavohu. We created something out of nothing. And now, on the other side of the pandemic, we have online services, and we welcome people from all over the country and some from different countries. But here we are on the other side of the pandemic, and God is telling us, come out of the ark, come out of your homes. This is the time where we need to change what we've been doing for the past 2.5 years. And we need to come back to what was normal before the pandemic. And what was normal is we all gathered on Shabbat evening. We all welcomed Shabbat. We all welcomed Shabbat. We all continued Shabbat on Saturday mornings. We always had nice minions here, okay? Now here we are, and nobody knows what to do. We're so comfortable with the change that we made 2.5 years ago, and now we're being asked to change again, and nobody is comfortable with that. But before the pandemic, we didn't have services online. Now we have services online. So we have options for all of you. You can sit in your homes, and that's fine. For those that are not within driving distance of the synagogue, we welcome all of you from all over. And I'm so glad that you have decided to join us this evening. For those that are in our community, this is the admonition that we have. God calling us, come out of the ark, come out of your homes and change your reality. It's the most difficult thing to do is to change. We did it at the beginning by force. We're doing it at the end by request. And I need to hear more voices. At least now I can do the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat responsively, and I can hear voices. It's really, really nice. It's great. It's like we used to do, okay? I recently read the following observation. I always wonder why birds choose to stay in the same place when they can fly anywhere on the earth. Then I ask myself the same question. There is so much that we can do and so much that we can accomplish if only we would leave our comfort zone and step out in faith. If you listen with your heart, you might just hear God whispering to you, as he did to Noah, come out, step out in faith. Shabbat Shalom. We continue our service, page 39a. I ask everyone to please rise for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam V'Hoed. You may be seated. Baruch et Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's divisions, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzevaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Page 40. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amchavta Torah mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachveinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובאו הם נגע יומם ולילה ויעבדך תשים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני Ohev Amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך וקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך והיה אם שמוע תשמעו מצוות אשר אנוכי מצווה אתכם היום יבואו את ארץ אלוהיכם אותו. כי מהשמיים הארץ. ויאמר אדוני משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת להם ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורתם ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת והיה לכם לציצית וראיתם אותו זכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תטור אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תסגרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem Emet, page 43a. This is our enduring affirmation binding on us that Adonai is our God and there is none other, and we, Israel, are God's people. God is our sovereign, redeeming us from earthly rulers, delivering us from the hand of all tyrants, bringing judgment upon our oppressors, and just retribution upon all our mortal enemies, performing wonders beyond understanding and marvels beyond all reckoning. God places us among the living, not allowing our steps to falter, and leads us past the false altars of our enemies, exalting us above all those who hate us. Adonai avenged us with miracles before Pharaoh, offered signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided water of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name. Page 44. ומלכותו ברצום כי בלעיהם משה ונשכח נשירה בשמחה רבה וימחו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדור בקודש Nora tehilot osefele. Malchut techaru v'necho bekeyam lifnei Moshe. Zeli anu v'yameru. Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. V'nemar kifad Adonai et Yaakov. Ugalod miad chazak mimenu baruch et Adonai. Ga'al Yisrael. Page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Lamideu. Ushmotzetenu vein l'chaim ushlamiyatav elamu v'hoselenu skat shlemecha baruch et Adonai haporetzukot shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. We rise, page 46. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'elam. Oti le'elam, oti le'olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et ha'aretz. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat doratam barit olam. Vayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam. We rise, we're already standing, for the Amidah, pages 47 through 52. Listen to God call you in the Amidah. Come out of the ark. Come out in faith. We continue, page 56. Please rise as the ark is open for Aleinu. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו וזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד על כן נקבע לך אדוני אלוהינו לרמד בטבע זכר כולי מן הארץ. גגדו בתורתך אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר היה אדוני המלך על כל הארץ, מהו ביום מהו יהיה אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. This week, we will observe yard sites for Tilly Byrne, Edward Rosenthal, Meyer Reuben Miller, Gizzy London, Mark London, Rachel Piha, Tootsie Plotka, Ruth Siegel, Julius Silverberg, Saul Byrne, Catherine Beaton, Marion Fast, Jean Halbin, Helen Held, Kathy Schinbaum, Herbert M. Besser, Bernard Mayer, and Johnny Toronto. Those observing yard site and those who mourn, please rise, page 58, and join me with the Kaddish Tome, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei rabba, v'yoma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayichon v'yimechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'yimaru amen, Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam omel maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitkomam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei d'kudisha barichu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran b'yama v'imaru amen, Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imaru amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imaru amen. You may be seated. There we go. And almost there. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our service this evening. I'm so glad that so many of you have chosen to be here online and in person. It's really nice to see all of you, or at least see some of your names. Services will continue tomorrow morning at 9:30, both in person and online. Tomorrow evening, Havdalah, or the Alabama Community Virtual Havdalah, will meet at 7 p.m. Via Zoom. I hope you all got the link for that, and if you did not or not on our list, please email me and I will be more than happy to get you the link sometime before we start Havdalah tomorrow at 7. Let's see, this Sunday, in addition to having religious school, We are meeting the community is meeting at 2 p.m. at the Capri Theater. That's this weekend, right? To watch the trilogy of films that Yvette Hochberg has made. We're going to see the latest one, the Sukkah. So we're going to see all three of them all at once, right? Not at once, but in succession. That should be a really a lot of fun. And that will be at 2 p.m. at the Capri on Sunday. We will have Monday and Thursday minions at 7:15 a.m. There is no breakfast this week as Jerome is on vacation. Looking forward a little bit on November, is it 7th? I can't even remember now. Is it November 17th or 16th? It's not November 6th. It's November 17th at 6 p.m. We will be having an interfaith Thanksgiving service here in our sanctuary, which will be both online and in person. The two churches that will be joining Agudath Etz Ahayem are First Christian Church. We've had a long-standing relationship with First Christian Church, and that's Shane Eisner. I don't know what that noise was. Also Ray Speller's church, the Community Congregational United Church of Christ. So we have a triumvirate of congregations. There will be two choirs here singing. It's going to be a really fun evening. Not long, an hour. I'm taking questions now from the audience. Okay, so look at your bulletins for other upcoming events, and we will go ahead and complete our service on page 211 with Adon Olam. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'et nasam v'chepso kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra v'yacharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora V'hu haya v'hu oveh v'hu yiyeh b'tifara v'hu yiyeh b'tifara v'hu echad v'yein sheni laham shelo lahachbira b'li reshit b'li tachlit v'lo ha'oz v'hamisra v'lo ha'oz v'hamisra v'hu eli v'chai go'eli v'tzor chevli B'yetzara, v'hu nisi umanosli, minat kosi b'yom mekra, minat kosi b'yom mekra, b'yado afkid ruchi, b'yet ishan v'yaira, v'im ruchi kiviyati, Adonai li v'lo ira, Adonai li v'lo ira, Shabbat Shalom.